So today we have here Raymond, the founder of the Saturday Movement.
Hi everyone, I'm Raymond Khoo.
So Raymond, can you share with us about what the Saturday Movement actually do and what makes you start the Saturday Movement?
Well, it started 15 years ago when I did food distribution, and that was my first insight into poverty in Singapore. I mean, everybody is living in nice places, even the flats looks very nice, but when you go inside the house, it looks very different. That was my first insight into poverty in Singapore, and I wanted to do more, and that's where Saturday Movement was founded.
But it's a very big step, you know, like I would say ambitious. So how difficult or it is, like, you know, to do from something, you know, nothing to something.
No, we started small. We started with 20 over beneficiaries, and now we are 550. It's over the years that we've started. This is our 14th year here in this community. So just 20 something to 550.
So I understand that there's a few social enterprises that are supporting the Saturday Movement. Can you share with us?
Well, it's not so much of supporting in that sense, but we play a supporting role on providing the food for the Saturday Movement. So we believe in giving very good quality food. Even the food vouchers that Saturday Movement gives is a $7 value. It's a choice of beef, chicken, fish, seafood, and 2 sides. We always believe in giving food with dignity, food that you want to eat, rather than food like a lot of beverage, you see, like, you know, they head tilted down and like no pian. There's like no choice. No, we want to give them a choice. That's one of the reasons why we started the community kitchen. Choice of meal, choice of time they want to eat, and choice of where they want to eat. They can eat there or they can bring it back home. So food with dignity is important, and it's nothing like having a warm meal. I think that's really very important.
So apart from this, what other, you know, things that's actually supporting the Saturday Movement?
Well, the Saturday Movement is a charity by itself. We've got 20% well wishes that actually provide us cash. Actually, say they provide us monetary support. 24%. We spend an average about 350,000 plus a year. And the balance is self-funded.
Self-funded means that's out of your pocket.
Yes, correct. The rest is self-funded. I mean, when you start initiative like that, it's like every beneficiary that we bring in is the end of life. I cannot say halfway. Sorry, not enough funds on this. So like it's until the end of life, and every year we try to do more, and so that's where we are now. And it's important that we have first fundraising event last year and again this year, so we're able to support what we do.
Yes. Wow, you mentioned that it's supporting to the end of life, and I think that's very impactful. It's like, I mean, if you know, you don't mention this, it didn't occur to me. Like, you know, it's really when the moment you take them in, and then it's ongoing until they move on to the other part of their life.
Correct. Yeah. So it's the end of life, and so what we want to do is do something very meaningful, especially on Saturday lunches. Right? So it's like a family lunch. Most of them have been abandoned or alone and left to fend for themselves. So Saturday is like a family lunch. So everybody come together, we have lunch together and enjoy and feel that warmth and hospitality. Like, hey, I actually have a family, and what the Saturday Movement is all about, it's about unconditional love. We are here to take away, to love them and take away all the angst. You know, like you're single and you're struggling, and then you are expecting a lot more, and you can't get the kind of assistance that you think you will get, and it's very depressing for them. So much so that actually in Singapore, the highest suicide rate in Singapore is actually the elderly. So for us, we just want to provide an unconditional love, to love them unconditionally, regardless of your race, language, or religion. We just want to support you and love you unconditionally, to give you a peace of mind. So when you come, you know, when you receive your meals, or you come at a Saturday family lunch together, everybody feels at home.
So apart from this, I also noticed that you hire single mothers, yeah, and the less fortunate. Maybe can you share with us a bit more?
Oh yes, we got two social enterprises. One's an assembly kitchen, one's a Palaka. About 80% of the staff here are all single mothers, probably living around the vicinity, 5 minutes walking distance and all that. That's something that I think we can provide support for them, so especially when the child goes to school or go to nursery and all. So they actually have a few hours of work here, and many times we see our staff bringing in their kids here together, and that's something we welcome freely, to make sure that everybody is actually it's a conducive Park Friday. So besides single moms, we also engage elderly, but they only work up to a maximum of 4 hours a day. Not every day they work, but it's just a sense of purpose that they are still worthy and more to create the community. A third group of I think is those who are needy families, as well as those who are physically challenged, ADHD, depression, and all. So it's become like a mentoring center, and we got very interesting success stories from all this.
So they actually managed to kind of like graduate from the social enterprise and move on to a working environment.
Correct. Yeah. Just yesterday, we heard one of the youths that we used to train to do a bit of barista work. Is working in Esplanade in a very popular coffee establishment. Yeah. So we're happy to hear that she's done well for herself.
So we have heard successful stories, and I'm sure there will be a lot of sad stories that you would have encountered. But you share with us, one or two that has deeply, affected you.
I think the few parts. So first, when I went into the house, or just glimpse from outside the house, you see one mattress, one table, one chair, and that's really, you feel that wow, we're so blessed when we see that they're actually living under such conditions. And as we moved on, and we do our Saturday lunches, and we make it a point every festival from Deepavali, Hari Raya, Thapusan, and Christmas and New Year to have a big celebration with them, because I think that's where they feel lonely. Right? I give you an example. When we say that, hey, let's have a birthday celebration, everybody kind of took out their IC and everything else to say, hey, you want to register. It's not so much on we want to register, but they can't remember when they last celebrated their birthday. And sadly or happily, all of us we celebrate every year at least twice. One friend, one family, and they can't remember when they celebrated their birthday. That's very memorable, and another very memorable part is that we serve turkeys for our Christmas buffet. Everybody was jostling, want to see the turkey and everything else. I think my impression was that they said like not enough to eat, they want to have, but no, I was wrong, I was totally wrong. They've never seen a turkey in their life. And here we are, we go to so many Christmas parties, turkey a bit dry. Maybe I just have a little bit and everything else, but I mean that really makes me really appreciate life and of the blessings that we have all around us.
Yes. I think often we overlook, because we are so, we have, the ability to afford, or, we are blessed in a certain way, that we overlook this kind of, I would say, not really small matters, but it might be small to us, but it's actually a huge impact on these individuals. So what are the things that you like to share, for individuals who are looking to support the supply movement?
Yeah, I think it's important to come and see what we do. I think because what's very interesting for us is that we are very consistent. Every Saturday we go visit all the households. Like this year, first day of January, we also visit. Last year, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, also on Saturday we visit. I think consistency is important to do that. And sadly, the giving in Singapore it's very warped. Why I say that? Because everybody wants to give you money or donate money in a sense. If you are IPC, that means you can get your tax deduction. No tax deduction, okay lah, thank you, but no tax. So it's been a challenge to do what we do. But it's also very sad that the bigger charities are actually holding the money, got lots of money, but with what? So I always question that, and I think that's important to bring out. Anybody who wants to come and volunteer and donate, I think you're donating to a very good cause. It should be sustainable and also for the long term. And the best part is that you can come and see us basically what we do. I mean, it's like we have massive operations on every Saturday. We got 70-80 volunteers moving around the whole estate, covering 8 blocks, visiting 330 households. I think that's very interesting.
Yes. Yeah. So and then with that, if you like to know more about the Saturday movement, you can actually go onto our social media, or you can contact Raymond or Vic and to find out more. Or even come down on Saturday to join us to witness, the things that we are actually doing, from food distribution to the Saturday lunch. Yeah. So before we end off, any last words you'd like to share to them?
Oh, no, I think it's everybody comes here with the intent of volunteering, but all our volunteers go back feel more blessed than they are to want to be a blessing. Because when you see the joy on the faces of our beneficiaries, and you go back feeling more blessed, and that's something very interesting what we have been doing here. So come join us.